Yes, sir. How you expect to be great, but your hustle don't match. Listen. I hustle overtime, attempt to push the culture forward. This that real shit, make a meal with that little gift. Everybody on a hustle, we can make a real shift. So keep your head up, youngin', and just keep on moving. And if you ain't hustling, then I don't know what you doing. The time is now. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Yeah. I gotta write my story. No, you can't have my glory. I'm taking all that's for me. Unapologetic.
Oh man, it's another day. This your boy Marcus Stone, host of the Unapologetic Hustle. We coming to you live from Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, Fishbowl Radio Network, and I got some guests in the building today. But before we get to that, man, I just want to take a moment to pause and just shine some light on the current state of what we're in right now with society, and just let you know that, man, we could change the dynamic, right? But we have to come together as people and understand that the path forward is not violence, but the path forward is discussion. And that we have to have relevant discussion in order to make any change. So just know that, love conquers all. And once we start to focus on that, we as a society can be great again as it once was in the biblical times. So my heart goes out to all of those that have lost loved ones. But more importantly, my heart goes out for the generations that come behind me, because we need to leave them in a better situation than what we are currently in. So be the change you want to see in your community, and let's be love, no doubt. So, but I had to get that off. Without further ado, hey, I got a blazing show. I got a co-host today, and I got a basketball phenom prodigy, coming from the Houston, Texas area, man. And, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to my co-host and introduce him. None other than recently retired Morris Tate.
Recently retired, man. Living life. Recently retired from the Army, 21 years. Loving life, man. Looking forward to the next chapter of my life, but, I mean, today it's all about Lil Jay. Lil Jay. A little bit about my boy P, this Jay's dad. I've been in the Army for 21 years. I've known him for 20 of those 21 years. Yeah. And I tell you what, man, this is a brother. When they say that, when you enlist and, you build that bond, that family, we've built that. This is truly my brother. And now that he got his son over here, this is my nephew, basketball phenomenon, and I just, I'm very grateful, man. Thank you for your friendship all these years, and I love you, brother. I love you.
I love you too, man.
Yep.
Without a doubt, and like he said, we go way back, but the relationship feels like it's longer than the years. So 20 years is like an understatement. Right. For how tight we've been throughout the years. So I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate this look, Mr. Stone. And I don't want to make it about us, but we are close, and that's absolutely my brother as well. So, but my name is Prioleau. This is my son, Jayden Prioleau. And we got him up here to just talk about the hustle.
Yeah, man. So, without further ado, Jayden, welcome to the hustle, man. How do you feel, man?
Feel good.
Yeah. You excited?
Yeah.
I'm sure your nerves are probably all over the place right now because you're not on that hardwood. But we're gonna try and make you comfortable, man. So let's get into it, man. Today's about you, man, and the journey that you've been on, and where you see yourself going by playing basketball. When I heard about you, I was like, they told me, the invites that you've gotten and camps that you've been to, and, how much you scored, your stats and stuff. And I'm like, man, this kid has to be like 16, 17. What high school is he at, and what colleges are looking at him? They're like, nah, man, he's not in high school. He's not in high school. Like, what? So from what I get, you're out there killing it, man. I still think I could take you though. You up for that one? No.
No, I am.
Oh, you up for that one? I'm about to say, I'm like, hey, I think I can get you though, Jay. I think I can get you. I think I'm gonna drop 30 on you like Steph in a heartbeat. No, not.
If he dropped 30, you gonna drop what?
50.
Ooh, shots, absolutely. So, Jayden, man, I'm gonna give you the floor, but help people understand who you are. Who is Jayden?
I'm a person that's determined to make it to the NBA. I'm hardworking, and yeah,
How old are you, Jayden?
I'm 12.
You 12 years old?
12 years old.
And when did you start playing basketball?
When I was 2,
When you was 2. Wow.
yeah,
Some people can't even pick up a basketball at the age of 2. You was starting to play at 2, huh?
yes, sir.
That's good. So that was your passion around that age. That's when
Yeah.
you knew that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Well, how many points you averaging right now?
I don't know.
No, that's the stuff that your dad be looking at.
Yeah,
You just
you're
go out
right.
there and kill him.
Well, I mean, my main thing is for him to go out and play hard. So he's normally how many points I had, and I'm more on how many steals you had or how many assists you had. So I try to keep him focused on being a team player because he's very dominant offensively. Just by nature, you can teach people certain things, but what's naturally in their mind, you can't do a lot about that. So I try to enforce the things that I see don't come to him naturally. And that's what keeps him balanced on the court. So I focus on points, but not as much because he's so focused on points.
Right. That's awesome, man. So, Jayden, I mean, who's your top 5 right now?
In the league,
Yeah.
Durant, Kemba Walker, Kyrie, LeBron. Yeah, that's 5, right?
That's 4.
And Giannis.
Giannis?
Yeah.
Okay. So who would you say that you model your game after most? Like, who has the biggest influence as far as your style of play?
Russell Westbrook.
Oh, like the attack.
Yeah.
That's big, man. That I could see that. A little silent assassin. Just give me the ball and let me go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, boy. I was when I was talking to your dad, and he told me, he's like, my son, he's the next prospect. Like he's gonna make it, right? And I was like, man, the first thing I asked him was, how tall is your son? Because everybody when they think about basketball, they think about height. I'm like, how tall is your son? He's like, he's not that tall, man. he's not tall at all. And then right after that, he sent me a video of you, like not even 20 minutes later. And I was like, he don't have to be that tall to be playing like that, But I really honestly believe that the ones that are not tall and the ones that are not as strong are the ones that are more determined to be better than everybody else. That's where that, energy, that strive, that heart come from. That's why Michael Jordan was an assassin.
Yeah.
He wasn't the biggest person on that court, but he worked harder than everybody out there, everybody in the league. And he demanded, the best from all his teammates, which is what your dad was trying to tell you. You got to make everybody else better around you, You gotta,
absolutely.
I always say this. I say, you don't want to, it ain't even that important to be the best on the team. It's important to be the best for the team, right?
I like that.
Yeah. The best,
That's
the
a
best,
good one
Yeah,
right
because the
there.
best for the team is going to make everybody better all the time. The best on the team can always fall off. You can always make a best on a team, but you want to be the best for that team. Now you're the best for that organization. They'll never want to lose you. So just keep that in mind, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. So, Hey, for those of you just tuning in, this is the Unapologetic Hustle. I'm your host, Marcus Stone. I have a good co-host today, none other than Morris Tate. And we're coming to you live from Globe Life Park on Fishbowl Radio Network. And our guest today is none other than Mr. Jayden Prioleau, who is a basketball phenom that is blazing trails. He's making his own way with something that he loves. So it's evident in his videos. And also the recognition that he has been receiving from his play through camps and everything else. So we definitely want to continue to highlight and motivate this young man as he strives to make it to the NBA and beyond, right? So
Yes,
I'm gonna tell you this: don't just focus on the NBA. Focus on making it to the Hall of Fame of the NBA.
Oh yeah, I like that, Marcus. Like,
All right.
look
beyond the
Look
NBA,
beyond.
right? Because once you any in life, any goal that you set, you look beyond the goal, right? Because if you look beyond the goal, then your metrics for actually achieving what you set out to do is that much easier. But if you stop before it and something derails you, you'll never achieve your goal. So always look beyond it, right? Look to be the elite of the elite. You know what I'm saying? So even with the NFL, people they want to make it to the NFL, but you talk to some individuals, they like, no, I want to be the best of the best. I want to be that Hall of Fame caliber. I want to be this, and this, and that's why it's only a select few that make it into those and have those enshrinements. So look beyond the NBA. All right, look beyond the NBA. So, but today's about you, man. Today's about you. So you started playing ball when you were with 2,
Yeah.
and you're 12 now. So you got 10 years in the game.
Already.
Yeah.
Already, you got 10 years in the game. So I mean, I'm gonna dial it back. What colleges do you like? Like what type of schemes? Do you look at different defenses and offensive schemes, or certain schools you like how they play, coaches? Let's talk to me about that.
I like LSU.
Oh, all right, my man.
Oh, there you go.
My man, LSU. Why LSU, man?
I just liked them a long time ago for not really any reason, but I just liked them. I like their colors,
Okay.
but
well,
now I like them as a team.
Okay. Well, they just got a big pickup, right?
Wait,
They just signed or committed a big name that is going to be going to LSU play basketball. His last name starts with O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal's son.
His son?
Yeah.
Jayden know all about him. He follow everybody. So
Yeah.
and that's one thing I love about him. It's none of it's been forced from me.
Right.
You
Right.
know, because I played basketball coming up, but I've always believed like whatever your passion is, I'm gonna try to highlight that.
Yeah.
But it came out for him without me putting a ball in his hand. It was just, I want a ball. I
Right.
want a ball. So from the time he's been young, I made sure if you're gonna have a ball, you're gonna be the best with the ball in your hand.
Absolutely.
So since he's been a kid, I have videos of him going from the little play balls that the kids play with, and I started his drills with those and tennis balls. And as a kid, he was, you can already tell that he's going to be handling the rock. Because he started doing the drills, and he would do it nonstop, just constantly. Constantly without me pushing him. So I love the drive that I saw then when he was a kid, and now I couldn't even take the ball from him.
Wow.
And I'm a defensive specialist, so I laugh watching the games when I see somebody like getting in their defensive stance. I'm like, you about to have a time of your life, bro. You about to go on a ride, because I know you're not gonna get that ball from him, and I don't care what level you're on. So, and that started early. It started as a kid, like 2 years old, for real, and he was already passionate about being the fastest with the ball.
Right.
So I love that about him.
Man, so Jayden, I mean, what's your regimen like, man? What do you? I mean, how often are you working out? How often are you in the gym? I understand, you play select ball and stuff like that, but I mean, outside of that, what's that hustle like?
Well, normally I go out in my backyard because I have a basketball court in my backyard. I usually go out there pretty much every day, but it started raining, so I couldn't go.
Yeah. So do you have like a certain amount of shots you're gonna get up every day, or certain drills that you're just gonna do?
Not
what does
really.
that
I
look
just
like?
dribble and then I'll start shooting.
I don't know if you can put that on some kind of way, but that's us in the backyard just one day working on a new move. He like, Daddy, I want to try this. So we go out and we go in the backyard, and he's like, what about this? I was like, well, you're creating space, but then you're going right back to the defense.
Right.
So I'm teaching him about the angles and teaching him how to keep the person that's defending him off balance.
Wow.
And he's working on moves on his own. He's coming up with things on his own. So he's very offensive minded. And I love that. And his shot is, you leave him open, he is pure, and it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I remember a game, Jayden, you went like 6 for 6 with threes. And I mean, on his 7th shot, the crowd was like, everybody was like, like on the edge of their seat, because if he would have made that one, they would have probably ran out the gym. But his work ethic is very good. He's passionate about what he's doing, and that's why I know he's determined and he will make it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, Jayden, with understanding, that your goal is to be in the NBA. I mean, what do your teammates say? You got people that are playing with you. Do they encourage you? Some people are just doing it for fun, but this is a lifestyle for you.
Most people's like, no, you're not, and like, some people are also like, they're gonna make it, like we're all gonna make it together.
Yeah.
But
So when people tell you no, you're not gonna make it, how does that make you feel? How do you react to that? What do you say?
I don't care.
Awesome. Why though?
They'll see.
They'll see.
Let's see. Yeah, that's it.
Show them.
That's it. I saw that you was at a camp with Russell Westbrook and James Harden and stuff. How did that go?
It's good. I get to meet them, and we get like in groups in a team with our own age and play against each other, and like
Okay.
in a tournament. Yeah.
Okay, was they showing y'all some stuff?
Yeah. Before like we do the team stuff, we do dribbles, defense, and all that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. And then y'all got to take pictures with them and whatnot. Was it a crowd there watching there and everything?
Yeah. The parents get to go and take pictures, but everybody's just in a line waiting to look at them and take pictures and stuff.
Oh, I'm talking about as far as the game. Like when y'all was your age was playing against.
Oh, there's no line.
Oh, but it's a big crowd and stuff. Everybody's there watching y'all.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. Okay, cool. How'd you do in the tournament?
Most of the time I do okay, but we don't win a lot. Well, we won last time when I went to D'Angelo Russell's camp. And
Okay.
yeah, and then after that we got to play in the championship in front of him.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Man, so man, you done been to Westbrook's camp, D'Angelo Russell's camp. Who else? What other camps, man?
Kevin Durant,
KD. What?
James Harden, Devin Booker, and yeah, that's it.
Oh man.
It's the real deal.
Okay. you done been at, man. You done named some all-stars, man. You got some high caliber people that camps you've been to. Have you? What was your favorite camp though?
D'Angelo Russell's and Durant's.
Yeah. Why? What was so special about those?
Because I think we won as a team in that one, did D'Angelo's. And in Durant's, I just got to see my favorite player.
Oh, awesome.
And you got MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot about that part. Don't forget about the MVP.
You made the shot at the buzzer. I mean, you did a lot at that camp. I'd like to commend his mom for making sure she not going to get out there help him with basketball skills or anything like that, but she makes sure he's you just went to 2019 draft. You remember that?
Yeah.
So like she puts him in an environment that's next level.
Wow.
And so he be comfortable once he make it there. He make it there. So you gotta commend mommy for that.
Yeah. She's like very supportive, and like she's not gonna, like my dad says, she's not gonna help me with basketball stuff, but she like, if I get upset after a loss, she'll tell me what I need to do next time and stuff like that.
And it's best to have somebody to focus in on the other stuff, man. It's gonna make you more well-rounded, right? So yeah, shout out to moms for that. That's big, because it's one thing to have the skill set to make it there and all the accolades, but you could be one of those individuals that make it there and nobody likes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Certain people get to the league and they have this certain stigma about them because of how they are on the court. At one time, people talked about Meta World Peace like that. I don't want this dude or Dennis Rodman. I don't want, I can't have them. I don't want to play against them. But the minute they're on your team, it's like, oh yeah, go do what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Go be you.
Go be you. But yeah, so shout out to moms for that. That's big, man. Make sure you continue to let mom know that you appreciate her, man. That's big. That's gonna shape you as a young man, for real. All right. Hey, again, for those that are just tuning in, I'm your host, Marcus Stone, host of the Unapologetic Hustle. We're coming to you live from Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas, on Fishbowl Radio Network. And I have a great show because I have two guests. My co-host, Morris Tate, good friend of mine, and then Mr. Jayden Prioleau, who is a basketball phenom, 12-year-old basketball phenom who has attended several big-name camps. But ultimately his goal is to make it to the NBA, and he is on that trajectory to make that happen. And we're just talking about, what it takes, what he's done, and what that looks like for him. So, Jayden, man, give me some more nuggets, man. What do I tell to, another 11, 12-year-old individual that wants to make it to the NBA? What advice would Jayden give to these individuals?
You gotta work hard, and you gotta hustle.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you can't stop, and you can't give up.
No quit. That's big, man. That's big. Dad, I gotta hats off to you, man. Hats off to you.
Appreciate
you
it.
The young man is bright, and
Appreciate
his future is very bright, and I always talk about it's the surroundings that we have that mold who we are. Right, and the fact that you're able to pour into him knowledge that he may not understand, but he can, at the current time, he's reciprocating what that knowledge is because it's repetitive in his mind, and he's grasping what it means. Right, he understands what the support is, and he's just living his dream. He's just playing ball, but he's growing by playing ball. Because of the influence that you have and what you're able to pour into him, along with mom in that environment. Hats off to you, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt. Mo, man, I mean, you sitting over there amazed looking at Jay.
No,
man.
I'm just. First of all, this is my first time seeing my nephew. All right. so I mean, you got to give me a second.
Yeah.
I never seen him, so that's the first time. So, and I told him that too. I was like, I'm just excited just to see him at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is my family, man. I've been there with all his kids. You know what I'm saying? So this is the last one I haven't met him. So, it's a good feeling. And again, anything that you see from this young man is no surprise because I know him.
Right.
I know him.
Right.
I know him as a man.
Yeah.
And he's going to make sure that his children are led in the right direction.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And just like you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know the people I'm around, and I know the people who I connect, and again, I understand what's going on. So
Well, just
it's a
like
good
you
thing.
too, man. I appreciate the compliments, but you don't fall short as a father as well.
appreciate
Husband too. You, like I was telling you outside, you actually outlasted the whole crew, and just recently retired, and that's no small feat. That's no small feat, man, and especially you saw different dimensions of the military, different styles of leading, and you lasted through all of that. So that takes a strong person to be able to do that and be able to adjust and still succeed and excel. So I commend you, my brother, for,
Appreciate it.
and also I appreciate you too, just making this happen for him. I know this is something he will remember the whole time, for the rest of his life. So, and me too. It's a big thing to have your kid, to watch your kid go through certain stages and things that you didn't have the opportunity to do. So I appreciate y'all for just providing a platform.
Absolutely.
The way you're doing right now.
Hey, trust me, I'm honored. I'm more than honored to be able to, assist with this.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Because when I talk to Mo all the time, and he was like, "Man, it got this kid I know, man. He's a baller." When I say, and I'm like, I'm thinking this is a kid that's about to, say he's committed to, such and such school, and he's like, nah,
Like,
no,
this
not
is
yet.
a baby. This
He
is
just,
baby.
but
Still.
he balls like he's, like he's in high school, that type of deal. And I was like, man, I got to talk to him. I got to talk. We got to set it up. But it definitely has been a pleasure meeting you and speaking with you, man, because I can see your passion for it. I should have brought the basketball goal in here so I could see, what that Jay really does, I got a nice little wet one, man. I'm just saying. I'm just playing. Basketball is not my forte. But
No, you don't play?
I dabble, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a ball this life.
was a track and field guy.
I'm a track and field football kind of guy, man. But yeah, basketball, I could get out there. I'll pick your pocket, but don't depend on me to hit 4 of them straight.
You think you could take it from him?
I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could mess with him.
I'll take it, so I'm going to grab you.
I'll take you from the
Right. Take you, exactly. I'll pick you up.
But at the same time, if he got to be able to take my handles. I'm just
And yep, you're right, and that's what I want him to focus on.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other side that
gotta-
don't come naturally to him.
Yeah, don't just be the offensive guy and you can't play no defense, because then that's when they gonna be timeout. Need you,
Yeah.
that back and forth at the end of the game. Okay, go back in, go score.
Yeah.
Come out. You don't want to be that guy. You got to focus just as hard as you're focusing on the offensive side. If defensive is not your strong suit, you need to work that much harder on that side so that you can be a balanced player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So dedicate that time. You're looking for that separation, but while you're creating your moves and stuff like that, somebody else is creating moves. So while you're in your head, hey, how do I create the separation? Also be in your head, well, how do I defend this?
How do I close that gap?
How do I defend it? You know what I mean? So if you're able to do that and work on that, you'll be that much more talented and skillful with regards to, because somebody else is creating their own move to create separation, right? You're not the only one doing it, but the key is to be able to defend it. A lot of people don't like James Harden because his step back is nasty. You can't really defend it. KD, he just elevate over you. You talking about a 7-footer that wherever he could pick his shot wherever he want. Steph creates his separation from dribbling. Kyrie might just break your ankles and go to the hole. Westbrook just gonna be like, it's me or you. I'm going to the goal. You either gonna foul me or I'm gonna score, one or the other. You know what I mean? But not enough people think about what it takes to stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So become a defensive mind too. And you'll really soar, man. Because your offensive game, from what I see, is amazing. It is. But hey, look, this is the Unapologetic Hustle. I'm your host. For those of you that are just tuning in, my co-host today is none other than Morris Tate, and our special guest is Jayden Prioleau. But hey, we're going to take a quick break. One of my previous guests, Levi Jones, he has his launch season project. So I always highlight his latest release for this project. So we're going to get into that track real quick, and we'll be right back.
You good, Jay? You forgot you were thirsty.
We've been stuck for a while now. Girl, tell me what it's gonna be. Said you down to ride, but down every mile down. See you lost faith in me. What's the next move? Do we leave? Do we stay? Do we need our space? Will our love fade away? The next move. Do we learn from mistakes? We retake our place. We create our fate. Next move. What's the next move? Gotta play it smart, gotta be the best move. Good head, great sex, give me a best move. But to fix our shit, we gon' need some fresh tools. Yeah, is it worth the effort? If we keep on building, will we ever find our treasure? I admit I gotta go way deeper than the pleasure. Own up to my mistakes, I got Achilles playboy ways. Say R.I.P. to the baby Hefner. You believe in me just like I believe in you. I understand if you don't, you just don't see the proof. I've been going around in circles, need to leave the loop. I've been working on my roots so you can see the fruits. I apologize, love, please excuse my toxic ways. I gotta cope somehow so I intoxicate. I try to focus on the money but can't concentrate. I feel like I'm being haunted by all of my mistakes. Damn, we've been stuck for a while now. Girl, tell me what it's gonna be. Said you down to ride, but down every mile down. See you lost faith in me. What's the next move? Do we leave? Do we stay? Do we need our space? Will our love fade away? The next move. Do we learn from mistakes? We retake our place. We create our fate. Yeah. Should I go get my jersey down from the Raptors? Should I lace them back up? Should I get back to practice? See, I've been out for a while. I could get back to action. You play the good girl role, but I know when you acting. I know who you are and who you portray to be. But no one else is around unless you fake with me. And if that's the case, well, it's worse than I thought. How you expect me to see you when you got me in the dark? What's a dog with no ball? What's a wall with no art? What's no wall with no art? What's Billboard without no George? What's a flame without the spark? What's Moses without the law? See, none of it is complete without having this other part. And girl, I think you mine. There will be perfect time when everything would just fall in line. Yeah, and I ain't lying. God knows I'm trying. One day our stars will realign. Yeah, we've been stuck for a while now. Girl, tell me what's this gonna be. Said you down to ride, but counting every mile down. See you lost faith in me. So what's the next move? Do we leave? Do we stay? Do we need our space? Will our love fade away? The next move. Do we learn from mistakes? We retake our place. We create our fate. Yeah. What's the next move?
Hey yo, so this is your boy Marcus Stone, Unapologetic Hustle. That was Levi Jones' new latest track, but we also got another special one that's gonna come to you right now from none other than Jayden's father, Story Prioleau, fresh off the press. Hey, check it out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We here. Hard work, determined, fulfilling my purpose. Give it my all. What you call that? Just working. Victory is certain. Victory is certain. 4 quarters, OT, fat lady, all curtain. Hard work, determined, fulfilling my purpose. Give it my all. What you call that? Just working. Victory is certain. Victory is certain. 4 quarters, OT, fat lady, all curtain. JP14. On the court, he's like Picasso. Skills that franchise use that #1 draft for sure. Rock on the lasso, shot like a splash, bro. Keep blazing on that defense. Hot sauce that they can't handle. No, more than a handful. Jay got them handles, should know. Control the tempo, give the fans a show for their dope. Bang for your buck, can't say it's luck. When you're giving this much, you feel that rush, and then you bust. Pull up 3, crossover, broken ankles. Now it's so fade away behind the back. Greatness, try to told you. Hesitation, set 'em up, let it rain, wet 'em up. Hall of Famers calling me. JP, hello, what up? Hard work, determined, fulfilling my purpose. Give it my all. What you call that? Just working. That's right. Victory is certain. Victory is certain. 4 quarters, OT, fat lady, all curtain. Hard work, determined, fulfilling my purpose. Give it my all. What you call that? Just working. Victory is certain. Victory is certain. 4 quarters, OT, fat lady, all curtains.
Hey yo, man, this is the Unapologetic Hustle, man. I'm your boy, Marcus Stone. My co-host today is none other than Mo Tate. We're talking to Jayden Prioleau and his father Story. What you just heard, you heard 2 tracks. One was from Levi Jones, his latest from launch season album. But that second one was none other than the anthem for Mr. Jayden himself, written and produced by his father Story, man. Jayden, bro, you got your own anthem, man.
A sick anthem.
You got your own anthem, man. That was hot.
Yeah, he got the coronavirus all over that. All over it.
That was big, man. How do you feel, man? You out there balling, so like you warm up to that. I'm sure you hear that when you warming up and stuff, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets you ready. That's your game time music.
Now it is.
Now?
It's recent.
Yeah. That's big, man. So I mean, Dad, what was the motivation, inspiration other than your son? What made you want to create?
Well, I mean, what I think about is my time when I'm preparing for a game or something back in the day. If you had that song that got to you,
Right.
It gets you focused, it gets you in game mode, and so I know when I hear anything about myself, if it's true, it kind of motivates me, you know.
Right.
So the goal was to come up with a track that got people bouncing and thinking, and everything in the hook is like hard work, determined, you know, fulfilling my purpose. Like I was speaking to him, like, hey, this is my son, but it also has like going into overtime, saying we're going past the curtains, we're gonna be here until it's over.
Right.
So the motivation was to get him hype, but also speak to his game and talk about his game all throughout the flow. So that was my motivation.
Man, that's big. That's big. Yo, so I might have to keep that in rotation, man. I might have to, work that into the hustle.
No, I got one for you though.
Oh, you got one for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to keep it about Jayden. I didn't even want to deter into my music or anything like that. But I brought one specifically for you.
Hey, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So you heard it here. Hey, Unapologetic Hustle got some new heat coming. So, hey, any artists out there, whether you're a music artist, poetry artist, whatever the case may be, if you got a hustle, get at your boy, man. That's what this platform is about. It's about providing opportunities for those that need to tell their story. But ultimately, it relates to entrepreneurship, right? So it all starts with fun and games, as you can see with our special guest today, between his love for basketball and his goals for wanting to make it to the pros. So that in turn is the hustle, and that's what this platform is about. It's about being unapologetic with your hustle to achieve what you want to achieve for yourself and for your community, and we have to come together to do that. So as you can see, I'm normally in the studio by myself, but I've multiplied today. So
Times two, baby. Times two.
I multiplied today, and it's big. So Jayden, man, look, I don't even know where to go now, because you got me. I just want to find a basketball right about now and really see what these handles is about. I got to see it. Sometimes you just got to see it to believe it, right?
Yeah.
I got to see it in person. I need to see what these skills are like. So we might have to run around the corner and get a basketball from the store. I might just buy it just to see. I'm going to have to try and pick your pocket, man. Don't put me on Twitch and YouTube if I can't pick you. But
Are you scared of other bigger basketball players than you?
No.
What do you do to taller basketball players?
I go right past them.
You go right past them because they too slow, huh?
Yeah.
What about shorter basketball players? How do you play against them?
I have to like the same height as me.
Mhm.
Like I have to cross them and get past them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you supposed to do? Like, what do you do when you sizing somebody up? If they take away your J or they take away the drive, if somebody's quicker than you, what do you do?
I give the ball to my teammates.
But you also figure out what they're giving you. You take
Yeah.
what they give you.
man, that's big. Yo, so what's next, Jayden? I mean, I know COVID has derailed a lot of stuff, but I mean, what's coming up? Is there's talks with stuff reopening? So I mean,
Yes. His mom just texted me while we were here saying, "Hey, ATX is balling again." So that's the okay, Jay.
He's like, well, this is news to me.
Yeah, that's his AAU team, and they just started back. They just sent the email out saying that they're balling out. So that's good for him. He's been anxious, and his mom is really cautious about the COVID, and
Of course.
so she's protective, and but we had a long discussion about if we should let him go and play again, because they sent out an email like last week saying we're thinking about opening the following week, and we want to know if we need a certain amount of players to go live with it. So we wanted to know if your kid was going to be available, and we had a long discussion, man. It was me and her chopping it up, going back and forth, and I want to respect how she feel about it, and I already know how Jayden feel about it.
Yeah.
So I got to weigh both of those, you
Right.
know, and then when I give it to him, present it in a manner of him understanding we respect his perspective, but we also got to look out for his well-being. So, but yeah, what's next? They're starting to play. He played for ATX Future, the AAU team in Austin, and yeah, how many times you got played a week? They do like little write-ups. They watch each player every tournament, and Jay's been played a week a few times. He balls over there, man. He really balls over there, for real. I would love for y'all to come down and see him, especially you, TJ. I wish you could come down and see it in person. It's exciting, man. It's exciting. If he wasn't my kid, I'd still be excited watching him, because he puts on a show.
Okay.
That's good stuff, man. Yeah, Jay, I'm gonna try and make that happen, man. So definitely, I need to know what your schedule is like, and as things continue to get better, man, you might see me pop up on you. So don't be surprised.
Okay.
Don't be surprised, man. I like popping up on people. So It's just what I do. It's what I do. But yeah, so Mo, I mean, you brought Jay to me, man. Mm-hmm. You brought Jay to me, and when you were talking about what you saw in him, I was like, where's this? Why has nobody heard about this kid? Right. Typically when you see a kid that's doing something great with sports, there's always some type of hype with regards to social media or news articles, all this different stuff. And I'm like, he's right here in our state, and I ain't heard nothing about him. Like, right. So, but I understand, you and Stoy's relationship and how that came to be, so how you knew about him. But I mean, how do you feel about what you've seen him accomplish through basketball?
Well, based off of what I just saw, that's just one aspect of it. That's a very small aspect. Like I said, I know his father, okay? And for him to tell me about his son, and then he shows me, right, and then he talks to me about it, that's all I needed to know. That's validation right there, 100%. Yeah. So I saw that, and I was just like, okay, I got to hit Marcus up. he got. I know this is the truth. It ain't no way. He's not just saying this, Right. We don't just talk. I mean, I understand it's his son. We get that, but we're solid. Like this is not. We're not just doing this just to get on or for some type of what y'all call it these days. Just
no cap.
Cap, yeah. We don't do that. We don't do that. What we do is solid. If it ain't that solid, then we ain't gonna bring it to you. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna bring it to you. Right. It's just, I ain't trying to waste nobody's time with nothing. Absolutely. So I know this was the truth. I know this was the real. So that's why I linked you up with Stoy, so that Jayden can get this platform. So we can get out there. We can start talking, because again, with what I've seen, you should have done a lot more of these already. You see what I'm saying? That's how I feel. So now that I'm honored. I know he's honored because we're the first. So when you are in it Hall of Fame, we're gonna show this video and say, guess what? He was the first one. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, yep, he sure was. I remember that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That was my uncle right there. You see what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. I believe in you. Just like I believe in all my kids, and just like I believe in all my brothers. So just make sure that just continue to focus, man, and do what you got to do, and everything is going to work out. Everything's going to work out. Trust me. Like Marcus said, shoot past the stars. That way, even if you fall short, you land on the stars. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You still on the star. Shoot past it, man. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. I feel that way with all our kids. Everybody in here, all our children are gonna be okay, because we're gonna make sure of that. We ain't gonna let nothing else happen. Period. That's just how it is. Okay? So you're okay. I already know that.
Yeah, man. So Jay, this is your moment, man. We're coming close to the end, but I want to give you the opportunity to talk to your fans, your following, and people that don't know you. Something they should know, and why you're so determined. So I know you've never done anything like this before, but I don't want to put a whole bunch of pressure on you. But I want you to be able to articulate how you feel, about what you got going on, because it is big, man. A lot of people see something in you. But it's your moment. This is your time. So talk to the people, man.
I like basketball because it's fun, and it's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I think I can be really good at it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. From what I've seen, you're headed that way. Yeah. There's no question. You're headed that way. I still think I could take you though, Jay. I just can't get over it, man. I still think I could take you. We're gonna have to go live, and I might let you embarrass me one time or so, but I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna rip that ball from you one of these at least once. I might have to.
Jay? No.
Yep. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Tell him. You can.
I can't. I mean, I think I could get you.
Let me see. So, what grade you in now?
7th or
Okay,
8th.
so you're in the 8th. Your school got a team?
Yeah, they just 7th graders the first year they let them play.
Okay.
So some of them highlights, if you went on, I wish we could get that in there. The JP one for his Instagram. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we can promote that way.
So again, for those of you just tuning in, this is the Unapologetic Hustle. I'm your host, Marcus Stone, coming to you live from Globe Life Park, Fishbowl Radio Network. We're talking with Jayden Prioleau. Got my co-host Morris Tate in the building today. But we will, when you see, for those that follow on YouTube, Instagram, so on and so forth, we will put Jayden's Instagram and all of his social media on there so you can see what we're talking about. Kid has a very bright future, man, and he needs the support of the community to know that he's doing something great. And he can be great. So let's get back to the community aspect of raising these kids and assuring them that, you know, their dreams can be achieved with the right support and the right foundation. So, you know, if you haven't followed him, go and follow him, help him get his Instagram up, but encourage him. You know, he needs more encouragement now with this day and age than ever before, as do the rest of the kids. So. Let's be that foundation for them that they need to go forward. So, Stoy, I'm gonna throw it to you, man. Any final remarks? Any final nuggets you wanna get to other kids out there that are like Jayden?
Well, I mean, I want to say to kids like, just keep your mind in the right place. Remember to have fun and be a good person. I think everything falls in line when you align yourself with your best self. And that's what I'm trying to do and implement in my kids. It's especially Jayden because he's on a certain track. But I think the more you focus and stay in school, get your grades up, because that's important too. I know we've been pushing the sports agenda, but being a good person, grades, and staying focused, I don't think you can go wrong with that. I always want him to have fun, but I always want him to work hard. Nothing comes easy. So he works hard, he's determined, and we make sure we take care of, as the parents, we make sure we take care of the necessary items that you may need to go on and do what you do.
Absolutely.
But just remember to be a good person. Keep God first, and you'll make it. Any kid can make it, but the community gotta get behind them and support them. And as y'all can see, I have a great community behind Jayden. My brother sitting across the table, Mr. Stone, just saw the connection with Tate. So yeah, kids, listen to your parents, stay focused, go to school, get the good grades. I know those are the typical things, but have fun, be a good person, put God first.
Absolutely. My co-host, none other than Mo Tate. Any final words?
Man, same thing. I just want to, caveat off what P was saying. I call him P. That's my boy.
Yeah, I just called you Tate this
yeah,
morning. I know
exactly.
everybody like, what?
Yeah, like, who's that? We call him. But yeah, man. Just stay focused, like he was saying. Be a good person. Grades. That's why I always kept asking you, Jayden. What grade you in? And ask you about school and stuff like that, because that's very important. Because you can't do any of this other stuff if you're not grounded, with the things that you need to do, as a young man growing up in this society. All right, we all see, like I said, at this day and time, it's really rough. So we need to be really focused on the right things that we need to do, and then everything else falls in place, So, but other than that, man, I mean, that's really all I got to say, man. I really do appreciate y'all coming down. I'm glad you was here.
Man.
I'm glad y'all was here face to face. It's so much,
Absolutely.
so much better, for y'all to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, it's your boy Marcus Stone, man. Unapologetic Hustle. So, we've had a great show talking with Jayden and Stoy. A special co-host today, Morris Tate. But it's been real. Just know that you have to be the change that you want to see in your community. but more importantly, you got to activate your hustle. So be love. Do something in your community to make it better. Right? We are dealing with a lot of things as a society right now. But be the change that needs to be seen. Violence only begets violence. So let's be strategic. Let's be thoughtful. But let's come together and put actionable items in place so that our future is better than what our current is. Right? So it's not about the current generation. It's about the ones that are to come. So until then, it's been real. Tune in next Saturday, 12 to 1. Got another banging show. But it's been a hustle. Activate.
Yes, sir. Yeah. They tell me all the time, Levi, what you got going on now?